Hi guys, happy National Suicide Prevention Day. We made it to September the 10th, 2021. We're lucky to be alive, but there are thousands and hundreds of people that didn't make it today. So while I was researching and gathering data about suicide, I came across an article by Tosin Philip, BMJ Journals, I think. And in the article, it stated that between January 2010 to December 2019, that we'll have about 350 suicide cases in Nigeria. Now, remember that not all cases were reported clearly, but it really got me thinking, what will make someone kill himself or herself? What are the causes? How can we prevent them? We'll talk about this when we come back. Stick around. Welcome back, guys. This is still Ujumpo of Ujumpo Unravels. And like I mentioned earlier, today is National Suicide Prevention Day, September the 10th. This month, we'll be talking about mental health, depression, and of course, suicide. Now, mentioning the article I read, I realized that more male in this country, Nigeria, commit suicide more than females. And of course, males from the semi-urban areas. And part of the reasons or the main causes of suicide are financial struggles, loss of a loved one, and of course, maybe family history. Again, another sad and worrisome part of this thing is that there's taboo and stigma attached to suicide. So most times people don't even report these cases. So the family members don't even get the treatment they need. I was researching and I came up with a lifeline slogan of what we can do to assist one another in the cases of depression, suicide, or mental health. The first way we can help is to ask. I realized that we really don't ask each other how we are doing. A common, how are you? Did you sleep well? How do you feel? Can actually save people. In the world of social media where we don't even see ourselves, plus COVID, where people have limited the way they mix with one another, we need to do more. As against sending a text message, could you call? Could you make it a FaceTime call? Could you make it a video call? Could you check in on that loved one? Could you check in on that friend you've not heard from? As against writing message, guy, what's up? Could you do better by calling? Could you do better by asking, how are you? Sometimes people just need to be asked how they are so they can tell you how they are. And when you get to know how they are, what do you do with that? Do you judge them? Do you shut them down? Or do you help them? We can do better, guys. Let's genuinely be our brother's keeper by asking, how are you? The second thing we should do to be our brother's keeper, according to Lifeline, is to be there. Are you there for your brother? Are you there for your sister? When someone genuinely tells you how they feel, do you listen? Do you make out time to sit with that person and listen without judgment? Do you show sincere concern? And when you've listened, what do you do? Do you go out of your way to be a support? Do you help find solution on how you could help when you believe the situation is critical and beyond your level of expertise? Are you really there for the next person? Are you? The third one is keep them safe. Do you try to keep your community safe in your own little way? Now we know people have access to lethal and toxic drinks and injections or hard substances. How do you, since you cannot control it, or how do you protect your own people? Do you inform them? Do you equip them with the right knowledge, especially if you have younger ones that are young adults? Do you equip them with the information they need? Because it's not about just shielding them and preventing them from mixing up. At some point, they will mix up. At the time of mixing up, are they well equipped? Are they well informed? Did you actually teach them the bad, the good, and the ugly so that they'll be equipped to face the world? Because at some point, they would go. So what happens when they go? Do they know the things they need to know to be able to survive this world? Are they well equipped? Are they well equipped? Are your kids well equipped? Parents, really stay with this for a moment. Stay with this for a moment. Do you think that your children are well equipped to face the world? Because they will go to college. They will go to boarding schools. They will work. What happens when they don't know these things? How do you think they would adjust? And do you think they're vulnerable to depression or perhaps suicide? God forbid. But have you really done the due diligence you're supposed to do by making them know? Number 4, help them stay connected. Now, when you feel you have someone that has a case of depression, maybe clinical, chronic, or medium, do you give them the support they need? Maybe survival testimonies or community group of people where they can share knowledge. Know that they are not alone. Know that this is not weird. That there are people that have gone through this and they are hearing testimonials from these people to actually equip them to come out better. Right? The next one is follow up. It's not, you don't just stop from, oh, okay, I checked this person in for rehabilitation, or, he belongs to a support group now. Do you follow? Once in a while, do you check in to ask again, how are you? How are you doing? Because sometimes they just feel abandoned when they just put them in that group. They still need a touch of their loved ones to know and feel that they are being seen and heard. Do you follow? Do you do that much? And importantly also, and the last, learn more. I feel we don't know much about suicide. Neither do we know much about depression, mental health, especially in this part of the world. Can we educate ourselves for our neighbors? Can we educate ourselves for our children? Can we educate ourselves for our spouses? Guys, I'm not trying to startle you, but I'm just trying to encourage us to be more positive, to lend helping hand to the next person. When you see and ask someone how he or she is doing, and you sense the person is not doing right, follow these steps that I'd already mentioned. Stay strong. You can do it. You will be proud of yourself when you look back and see the person is back to normal. I bet you there's no feeling as great as that. Guys, I would urge you to please share this positive channel to people because you don't even know who needs to hear it. Perhaps the next person has somebody at home that is depressed and he doesn't even know or have the tools to help. Watching this video can change lives. So kindly subscribe, share, like, and click on the notification button so that the next time we release videos, you know. Till next time, guys, hang in there. Hang in there. Don't ever give up. Because you know why? The very best is next. See you next time. Love you.